Hi, I'm Becca.
Hi, I'm Erica.
And this is our Blood Promise book talk.
What? If you haven't read the first 3 books in the series, this is the 4th one. This series is pretty much about, there's this girl named Rose Hathaway, and she's best friends with the princess Alyssa Dragomir, and she's her guardian, which means she protects her, because Alyssa is like a Moroi, which is a mortal vampire. They're fighting Strigoi, which are immortal vampires who kill people.
Love this book. Some people are just like, oh yeah, I hated it. But seriously,
I liked it.
I liked it a lot better than the second one. I'm not sure where it falls under the ranking of the books in the series.
I don't think I
mean?
can rank them. There wasn't really
a
bad
bad
one.
Actually, I think the second one was the only really kind of bad one, but
no, because it was
the ending was good.
Always happening. The ending was sad though. If you want to check this out, it's a really awesome series. If you haven't read it, I'd suggest you leave now, go pick it up, and then click on this video and watch it.
Let's just get into the real good, juicy stuff of this book. You know, I'm ready. Are you ready to talk about this book?
I'm mimicking you.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Let's do this. Okay. So, Sydney and the Alchemist are from the Bloodline series. I love Sydney. She's cool.
Yeah, I do like her, and I can't wait to read the Bloodline series because I really want to know more about Sydney. I'm just really intrigued by her.
Love Sydney.
I need to know her backstory.
Adrian.
I love him.
I love him.
Say something. I seriously shipped him and Rose for
Same.
3 books. I'm sorry. I shipped them, and people might.
Dimitri's family. When she went to Russia and visited them, I just died. Dimitri talked about his family a lot and things in Russia, and she was like, Dimitri was here! No!
And then she started visualizing him as a little kid, sliding down the banister, and there were all these pictures of him. She's like, oh my god!
What's with the ghost powers thing?
I know, she can
just
call the
summon
ghosts.
ghosts.
I got kind of scared. I was like, what are all these ghosts? They're gonna turn on her eventually, and then she's gonna die because of them.
I hate the guy that hits on all the Belikov sisters.
That guy, he's just so mean, you know? He's anyway.
And then I hated how Victoria ran off afterwards. I'm like, you need to let her explain, girl. Seriously. You know what I want the most?
What?
I want Dimitri to come back and then them go visit Dimitri's family. And then Rose be all like, oh my god, guys, I miss you so much. And then Dimitri's like, what the?
You're not my family?
Yeah,
You're not my family? Oh yeah, totally.
I don't think he's dead. And it's so sad because he's really not dead, but he's dead. He's undead.
And then how they had that nice funeral for him.
Oh,
and
so sad. I love how they all just assumed that they were together.
I know, they were just
oh yeah, you would not do this for your teacher. I'm like, finally someone realizes that. People, they're just oh, she just went off to find her teacher. They must have been so close. Yeah, no one's that close with their teacher.
Anyway.
Put the pieces together, people.
A nice kid liking Victoria. I'm just Victoria, why can't you see it? This is a nice kid. Don't go running off with some horrible guy. You need to open your eyes, sister, and see the awesome relationship that you could have, but instead you just go running off with some random guy.
But Grandma Belikov, she's so weird, but she's cool.
When they met that other couple, I was just like, oh my god, another spirit. Yeah, I didn't even know that existed, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then that healing ring, that thing is so cool.
I like how Rose can absorb the darkness.
I like how she absorbs the darkness?
You didn't let me finish.
Okay, fine.
I like how she can absorb the darkness, but I don't like how it kills her pretty much.
I hope at the end of the series they find a way to, Alyssa finds a way to heal Rose.
I love the part where they show the part with Dimitri and Rose. They're taking a road trip.
Those flashbacks.
And Rose is just falls into the snow, starts making a snow angel. Dimitri's just what you doing over there? You're so weird. And he's just okay. And he just falls back
those flashbacks,
so cute.
which is amazing. And when she's in the city,
sees all the buildings and it reminds her of me.
At the end of Shadowkiss, I did not cry, and at the beginning of Blood Promise, I did not cry until I got to that part with the flashbacks, and then I was just no, I broke down. It was bad.
I didn't really cry in Shadowkiss. I just freaked out.
I flipped. It was screamed for 10 hours straight.
I was like, what? This is not happening. Abe, as her dad.
I did not predict that.
Much. That's just weird.
I didn't like him at first, but now I do like him. I just like his character. He's that smart, old guy, but he's cool. He's got good fashion. I want him and her mom to get back together.
Avery. Becca did not think that Avery was a bad person at first.
I liked her. I'm sorry.
On the other hand, I know that people can't be that nice, at least in books, and not have some huge secret. But she's a psychopath, so...
I didn't predict that.
I did.
When she finally finds Dimitri and he's like, what's my first lesson? Don't hesitate.
And then
I broke down.
like,
I literally closed the book, broke down sobbing, and threw it across the
wanted the old Dimitri back, but she like tried to accept the new Dimitri when she was kidnapped.
No.
I was like, no, just
Rose!
don't. He's not the same person. You need to just kill him.
When I finished the book, just like, oh, now I have to go break Victor out of prison and then do this and do this. When I first read that, I was like, this is going on the wrong thing. It should have ended. This is stupid. Now she's just gonna go off and do all this random stuff. But then when I actually read the next book, Spiritbound, it wasn't bad. Richelle Mead actually made it really, really good, and like I actually really liked that whole time with her in the apartment. It was just dragging on and on and on. I was like, girl, you gotta get out of there now.
It was so annoying how she was like being so weak, and she was just like, Dimitri.
Her actual escape, it was the most awesome escape scene I've ever read. Like I've read some pretty cool escape scenes, but Rose's escape was by far the best escape I've ever read. Bam, 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 bam,
Yeah, she just like down a little struggle in the way. She forced the little human to like work with her. She's like, okay, you're gonna get me to this. I could not put this book down since I read it. Like the whole time, always something going on. Like even when there wasn't something going on, I keep reading. I love that about Richelle Mead's books. Like they're never like boring. Even if it's boring, it's not boring. That makes sense. Oh, it's
totally.
It's
totally
intriguing. Even if it's like something boring that they're doing, the way she writes it doesn't feel boring. I hated how Avery was getting in Alyssa's head, and she was just like kicking Rose out. I'm like, get out of her head now! Like you cannot do that to Rose or Alyssa. I wanted to strangle her.
I love how they can like dream walk. Alyssa needs to learn how to do that because that would just be so handy. I'm sorry, it would.
It would. It would have made the series a lot like easier.
A lot. If the bond was two-way, it would be so much easier.
Right?
Adrian visits her in her dreams. It's like, I love you so much, Adrian.
I get so confused with like Adrian and Rose.
Dimitri and then Adrian. Dimitri wins, but Adrian is still like literal perfection.
He is.
Overall, it was like really good. The only part I didn't like was I thought the apartment thing dragged on too long. It's just so stupid with the whole apartment thing. I was like, Rose, you're better than this. You are better than this. You gotta get out of here. And then when she eventually did it, I was like, amazing.
Thanks for watching. This has been our Blood Promise book talk video. And we hope you liked this video because it's probably one of my favorite series ever.
And be honest. At one point in the series, did you ship Adrian and Rose? Because I feel like I'm the only one.
You're not.
I mean, did any of you guys do this? Because I did.
Bye.
Bye.